Well, hello there. My name is Irene Okech, and I represent Imbako Public Health, a non-profit organization that is based both in the United States of America and in the rural parts of Kenya. Today we are in the Alderhold Center, which is a building that is associated with the Georgia State University J. Mack Robinson College of Business. And I am privileged to be joined by one of the graduate students of Georgia State University, Mr. Ryan Bridges, who is currently an accounting major at the university. Welcome, Mr. Ryan Bridges.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, it has been a good day today, and it has been a good year for Imbako. One of the main things we have seen is that the Georgia State University J. Mack Robinson College of Business is performing an initiative with Imbako that is called the Global Impact Project. The Global Impact Project, also known as GIP, to date has enabled 20 girls from rural Kenya to attain undergraduate education. Now that, to us, is a phenomenal footstep towards allaying disparities in education faced by the girl child in Kenya. But sometimes you ask yourself, who are the faces behind the Global Impact Project in the United States? Who are the people that stand for this cause? And Mr. Ryan Bridges, joining me today, is one of those faces. So he's here and will share with us what he thinks about the Global Impact Project, why he feels taken to be a part of this initiative, and his affiliation with the initiative with Georgia State and Beta Alpha Psi as a whole. So welcome again, Mr.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I learned about Global Impact Project through the Beta Alpha Psi Society here at Georgia State. I joined the society this semester, and during one of our meetings, Allison Jacob presented on what you guys are doing for the girls, and so that was my first introduction to the project. And when I first was introduced to you, and you told us about everything that your organization is doing, and I have to be honest, I was completely just blown away by the passion that you obviously have for the project, and by all the amazing things that you guys are doing for the girls. And so that was my first introduction to what you guys are doing and Imbako.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now above that, beyond that, what made you still go on to be a part of it? Because I recall almost a month ago, or 3 weeks ago, when students were requested or were asked to volunteer to speak up for the cause, you were among the individuals who stood up and gave a very, I would say, motivational talk about why you feel you should be a part of it and why you are encouraging others to be a part of it. So what led you to do that? And from what you spoke, what was your takeaway about why we should be a part of the Global Impact Project, why they should be a part of the GIP?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody watching this video is probably surprised to see me sitting here talking to you, and surprised that I actually performed a public speaking, because it's actually my biggest fear.
Oh,
but I decided,
well, you're doing great today.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
But I decided, after hearing the story of what your organization is doing and about the girls and the struggles that they go through, that the least I could do was stand up in front of a group of 50 people for 1 minute and present from the heart what I felt like was a very important message. And so when I signed up, I honestly tossed around a lot of ideas of how to present the topic. And I went back and forth for a couple of weeks with different scripts and ideas. And it actually wasn't until the night before I was supposed to present that I had taken a break and I was watching TV, and a commercial came on that has a very powerful message and some lines from a poet by the name of Walt Whitman. It happens to be one of my favorite poets.
Right.
And the poem that is read over this commercial, he talks about the purpose of life. And he goes on to say that life is basically a big, powerful play, and that we all have roles and we all write verses that contribute to the play of life. And so my message was, even though we may feel very small in the world, and we may feel like we're not able to make an impact, and that we get caught up in our own daily needs and our environments and struggles, that when we step out, we are able to contribute a verse to the play of life. And we are able to write a verse in other people's lives by doing the work like that you guys do. And that verse, to me, I mean, we're able to reach basically from Atlanta all the way across the world and write a verse into the story of these girls' lives. And you know, to me, we each wake up every single day and we have an opportunity to do that. And what do we do with our time? What do we do with our efforts? And the verses that we write in these girls' lives, I think, have the potential to change the way the next chapter starts for them. And so I was very motivated, again, to get up in front of the group. And the idea, when it hit me, I knew that it was the right message. And so I hope that I tried to, deliver it the best that I could. And I hope that it at least spoke to a few of the people in the crowd, and hope that it speaks to some of the people watching the video as well.
Yes, that is indeed a powerful message, Mr. Bridges. And I can tell you it's not many people that would come across who would think as deep as you have, because I do agree with you that writing that verse in someone's life, taking from your part and giving into their part, breathes life, breathes hope into them, and gives them renewed courage to build their dream. But folks, it starts from someone like Mr. Ryan Bridges, who says, I want to give a part of my verse in life to someone else's verse in life. Such powerful words, and not common today. As I sit here with, again, yet another student from Georgia State University, a member of Beta Alpha Psi, I will use the word phenomenal, I would use the word awesome to describe the initiative that Georgia State University is doing towards allaying disparities faced by the girl child in rural Kenya. Mr. Ryan Bridges is an example of someone who just thought from his heart that I can make a difference and did something about it. How do you make time to still give towards a cause? What motivates you? And apart from that, what would you tell people, those executives? Now, I'm asking you to speak to those financial executives, those men who still have families and children and are working. How would you tell them to still be a part of a cause such as this?
Yeah, absolutely. There are 24 hours in the day, and you really have to pay attention to what you do with each hour of your time. And if you're diligent and you stay focused and you have a plan, then you can allocate all the time within a day to things that matter. And you push away all the things that don't matter, right? And so basically at the end of the day, after I've been to work, after I've studied for class and spent time with my family, I would sit down at night, which is usually when my head is kind of the clearest, and think about the project and how I was going to present my message. And, again, kind of coming back to the girls and thinking about the obstacles and the things that they've overcome, for me to take, an hour of my time every night to sit down and go through this is absolutely nothing in comparison to the things that they go through. So it's such a small sacrifice at the end of the day compared to the struggles and the obstacles that they overcome. And so I think, a lot of people complain about not having enough time in the day and where does the time go. But I think if you really sit down and you prioritize and you list out the things that are important to you, you'll find that a lot of your time and your day is filled with things that don't really matter as much. And so what I tried to do, and what I've tried to do recently, balancing, family and school and work, is really I've had to, remove and get rid of a lot of things that at the end of the day, I might have enjoyed doing, but they really don't matter, and they're not going to help somebody else. They're not going to make myself better. And so I just kind of filtered a lot of that stuff out and just focus on the things that are most important to me every day.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Bridges. I would describe you as a selfless person. As an example for a lot of young men to look up to and to follow. And our hope and also my belief is that what you're doing will be blessed back to you and your family. But also just this video itself will impact those young men out there who are seeing you making a difference in the lives of women in rural Kenya.
Thank you.
Now for that, on behalf of the country of Kenya, on behalf of the communities that you have impacted, and on behalf of the girls, I would say thank you, and I would say asante sana. Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan.
Thank you, Irene.